Welcome back to another video, guys. This is Eli coming back at you with another video. This time it's Week 2 Power Rankings uh, for the 2021 NFL season. It should be a good Sunday. Of course, Thursday Night Football, Giants, Washington. That was a pretty good game. Um, I did make this list before Thursday Night Football, but I just wasn't able to record it, before Thursday night. So I'm recording it just right now on Saturday. This will probably be up just before 1 p.m. or maybe around 12 p.m. actually, this video on Sunday. Anyways, let's start with the list. 32 Lions. I just don't think that they can generate enough burst to get past the Green Bay Packers. I know that the Green Bay Packers suffered against the Saints heavily last week, but I refuse to believe that Aaron Rodgers is done. He's a three-time MVP. He's the reigning MVP for that matter. They just can't lose to the Lions. Texans facing the Cleveland Browns. They're going to be attacked by Chubb and Hunt all day. The great running back duo, of course, in Cleveland. The Texans, it's just Taylor and Cooks. That's all they have on offense, really. And on defense, it's just like a disaster, except for Justin Reed. But otherwise, it's a disaster. New York Jets not facing the Patriots. Oh wait, no, they are facing the Patriots. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. I thought I didn't change it from last week, but yes, they are facing the Patriots. The New York Jets they have 6 rookies starting on their 11-man offense, which it's not ideal because they still need to develop. Their offense just hasn't shown sparks. Well, it has, but it still needs to improve, and their defense is just a travesty right now. Jacksonville Jaguars facing Denver. Trevor Lawrence threw 3 interceptions in the first game of the season against the Texans. And the Denver Broncos defense is just stifling good. And even the Jacksonville defense isn't good. Cortland Sutton and Noah Fant should see so many targets from Teddy Bridgewater tomorrow on Sunday. Falcons facing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have a pretty good offense. The Falcons do, that is, with Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, Kyle Pitts, and not a great offensive line. And their defense is not good, besides Grady Jarrett. They're facing the reigning Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just don't have faith in the Falcons for this week. Philadelphia facing San Francisco, same case. Really going up against a really good defense. In the 49ers, even though they're a little bit banged up, they don't have too many offensive weapons. Jalen Hurts, he's starting to develop, needs to show a little bit more. And their defense is not ideal. New York Giants, who are facing up against the Washington football team, who faced up against Washington football team, of course. I made this before Thursday night, as I stated earlier. The Giants lost to the Washington football team, and I didn't have high expectations for them anyway. I put them at 26. Dysfunctional offense. Not really, but it's dysfunctional enough to say that it's dysfunctional because Daniel Jones struggles to throw the ball, struggles to decide where to throw it, struggles with fumbling. There's a lot of things that Daniel Jones struggles with. Defense is good, but their offense is going to hold them back. Carolina Panthers, I have them surprisingly low, actually, at 25. They could be much higher, even in my mind. I was contemplating this as I made the list, even. So you can debate this if you want. I won't argue with you because they could really be higher. They have a lot of weapons. They now have Sam Darnold, who should get better as time goes on. Facing up, I just had them here because of the Saints defense, who they're going up against. Oakland, Oh, I'm sorry, Las Vegas Raiders going up against the Steelers this week. Man, I don't know how I'm still in that hangover of Oakland Raiders, but going up against an elite defense in the Steelers defense, headlined by Cam Hayward, by T.J. Watt, and by Minka Fitzpatrick. Their offense is pretty good with Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, and Derek Carr. Defense is atrocious for the Raiders. KJ Wright is probably their best player on the defensive end. Uh, KJ Wright and maybe Casey Hayward. That's it. Yeah, I don't think they'll do pretty good. They'll do any good this week. Chicago Bears going up against Cincinnati in week 2 this week. I don't have high hopes for the Bears at all. If they utilize Justin Fields even more than they used him in the Rams game in Sunday night, they might have a little bit of a more of a spark with Justin Fields than if Andy Dalton started. But Cincinnati, I think, is just like has more potential even right now. So I think Cincinnati might eke out the win against Chicago. And that's why I have the Bengals at number 22 right above the Bears. Uh, Great offense. I mean, a good offense. I can't say it's great right now. Like, there's players that need to develop. We've only seen 1 week of play. By what we know and by what we saw last week, they have 3 top receiving options in Chase, Boyd, and Higgins. Burrow is their quarterback, number 1 overall pick. Last year he was looking great before the injury, and now he's starting to look great. Beat the Vikings, and their defense will probably start to improve too. It's just the offensive line that could be better. In Cincinnati is number 21. I do have the Broncos. They'll have to rely on 2 receivers in Sutton and Fent. Maybe Okwegbenon, but probably just the 2 that I listed before. Going up against the thin Jacksonville secondary, they should have a lot of success in the air, and as well as the ground with Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. Broncos defense is really good as well. Should limit the Jaguars quite a bit. Miami Dolphins at number 20, not going up against the Patriots. They're going up against the Dolphins going up against. Man, why I'm blanking today. Like I have recorded about 3 videos today, and this is what happens when you record 3 videos in one day. You get so much stuff mixed up, and you just don't know like what is going on anymore. Miami does not play New England. I think they play the Bills. Yeah. Miami playing the Bills. I'm really sorry about that one. It's just been a long day for me. Like I've recorded so many videos today. But anyway, they played Buffalo. Josh Allen has been so good against the Dolphins, historically at least. So I don't think the Dolphins are going to do good against the Bills. Even like talent-wise, their offense is meh. Their defense is good. Dolphins, that is. Bills offense is great. Defense is great. So just a little bit of a better matchup for the Bills. The Patriots playing the Jets this week. I have them at number 19. Not too high, actually. Below the half mark. They are not. I don't have high expectations for the Patriots this week versus the Jets, actually. Mac Jones has to show a lot more. Damian Harris, solid. James White is starting to show up as a receiving back, like as he usually does, but he's getting a lot more volume with Jones. Their defense is pretty good. Yeah, they're better than you might think they are right now, but yeah, I don't have them too high. Washington, of course, going up against the Giants. Went up against the Giants on Thursday night, beat them by 1 point. Uh, I having them at 18 just because of their defense and because of Terry McLaurin on offense. Heineke was able to do pretty good with what he had. On Thursday night, I mean, he was expected to come in and get the job done, and that's what he did. He came in and he got the job done. Beat the Giants by 1 point, and this is about where I expected the Washington football team to be for this week. 17 Colts. Colts facing the Rams. Um, they are not gonna have any success on offense with that just absolutely insane defense of the Rams. And the Colts defense isn't great. Their best player on defense is DeForest Buckner. He should be able to stop the run pretty well and rush the passer a little bit. But the Rams should have much more success on offense, and I just don't think the Colts are going to do great. Minnesota going up against Arizona, right in the middle of the pack at number 16 in the power rankings for this week. Going up against a considerably good Arizona defense. Chandler Jones, of course, we saw how much havoc he could wreak in week one. He's just gonna terrorize the Vikings all the line. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of trouble stopping Chandler Jones, and the offense needs to step up for the Vikings. Defensively, they're just trying to shake off all the injuries from last year to all their significant players. When healthy, their defense is good, but no, it's not great right now. Arizona, yeah, Kyler Murray is an MVP candidate in my mind already. If he can continue to put up these great performances, I do believe that the Arizona Cardinals will pull off a win this week. I have the New Orleans Saints actually above the halfway mark at number 15. They're facing the Carolina Panthers, who have a considerably good defense, but the Saints don't have a great offense, like really not a good offense, especially at the wide receiver position. Tight end could be better, but it's good for now. And of course, their defense is one of the best in the league, along with the Ravens, the Steelers, all the Rams, all the other great defenses out there. The Saints should be able to hinder the Panthers' production a little bit this week. And the Chargers at number 14 facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence broke his foot, which will 99% put him out for week 2. They'll have so much success on the ground now with Austin Eckler and their other running backs, most likely, Justin Jackson and Larry Roundtree and such. And the Chargers defense is underrated. Derwin James coming back from injury. Joey Bosa also coming back from injury. I think he's coming back from injury, yeah. That's a great duo on the defensive side. Kenneth Murray's developing as a good linebacker. I think they'll have success against the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be a close game because the Dallas offense is starting to show sparks of greatness. And I do actually have the Cowboys ahead of the Chargers just because of what they showed against the Buccaneers. They were able to put up 29 points on an elite Bucs defense. Granted, SMB was out. Sean Murphy-Bunting was injured, but it doesn't take away the fact that they were able to use the pass game so much just because of that. And they should be utilizing the run more this week, even with Zeke, because it's not the Bucs D-line that they're going up against. So I expect the Cowboys to actually get a win in this game. And San Francisco 49ers facing the Philadelphia Eagles. I have them at number 12. I expect their defense to be good as always. Their offense should be pretty good at least. If they start to use Ayuk more and not Trent Sherfield, um, given their subpar quarterback situation, I know that. But Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and a great offensive line, headlined by Trent Williams. I think they'll have major success against a weak Philadelphia defense. And number 11, Pittsburgh Steelers are facing the Las Vegas Raiders this week. Uh, we talked about it when I talked about the Raiders. Great defense for the Steelers, and they should be able to get a lot going on offense as well. Use Najee Harris more, pound the rock. And you have Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson. You have Eric Ebron too. Big Ben still isn't bad. Like, he's not bad still. He might be bad by the end of the year, but he's not bad yet. So, and they're going up against a weak Las Vegas defense. I expect them to have success once again. And number 10, I do have the Titans. Despite their appalling performance against the Cardinals last week, if they use Jones more, if they use Julio Jones more, that is, if their offensive line can actually, be good, and if they can utilize the passing game more with the Seattle Seahawks thin secondary. Although they have Jamal Adams and Trey Flowers, but that's really it at that point. Derrick Henry, as always, should be good. And the Titans' defense isn't good. Like, really, it's not. It's really not good. So I expect this to be a shootout. I have the Titans at number 10. I have the Cardinals at number 9. I regarded them pretty low to start the NFL season. But now I really do think that they're a top contender. Facing up against the Vikings this week, they should have a lot of success in the passing game, in the aerial attack with DeAndre Hopkins, Rondale Moore, AJ Green, and Christian Kirk. 4 solid receiving options at least. DeAndre Hopkins is elite, but the other 3 either good or solid. And the defense has been overperforming their expectations by a lot. I expect him to pull out a big win against the Vikings. And at number 8, we do have the Seahawks. It's basically the same situation as the Titans. Great offense, bad defense. So, besides Dunlap, Wagner, and Adams, the Seahawks defense is not good. It's not really good at all. Again, I expect this to be a shootout. Russell Wilson, Metcalf, Carson, that's Chris Carson, Tyler Lockett, even Gerald Everett. Shouldn't be bad. Cleveland Browns at number 7. Nick Chubb is going to terrorize the Houston defense. They're going to pound the rock so much with Nick Chubb. Use Kareem Hunt, of course, on a couple designated receiving plays for Kareem Hunt. And they should use their wide receivers a little bit more because the Texans traded Bradley Roby, and now they really don't have a secondary except for Justin Reed again. But yeah, that's all they got. Browns should get easy. Number 6. This should be a pretty good game on Sunday night. Although the Ravens did lose to the Raiders in Week 1 on Monday Night Football, this should be a good game. Because I think the Ravens' stifling defense and the Kansas City Chiefs' obviously remarkable offense. Uh, they should just level out. I think the Kansas City Chiefs will have a lot more success on offense, though, uh, just because of the injuries the Ravens have suffered on defense. And the Ravens' offense versus the Chiefs' defense, I think that's pretty equal as well. So I don't know, like, who's gonna win this one. Probably the Chiefs, actually. Probably the Chiefs, but it should be a good game. Uh, Los Angeles Rams at number 5, facing up against uh, the Indianapolis Colts. Against not a great defense, except for Buckner. That's really it. And Grover Stewart is there. Kenny Moore is there, I guess. But yeah, that's really it for the Colts. And the Colts offense should be shut down by Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, as always. Uh, so yeah, number 5 Rams. Number 4, I expect the Bills to have such a bounce back game, playing against the Miami Dolphins. We all know Josh Allen's success historically against the Dolphins. I think that should continue. Kansas City Chiefs, of course, we talked about them going up against Baltimore on Sunday Night Football. This should be probably a win for the Chiefs. We don't need to talk about how good the Chiefs are. Number 3. Number 2 is the Green Bay Packers. Now, I'll tell you why, because the only reason why is because they're facing the Detroit Lions. The Packers are playing the Lions. That's a recipe for disaster. Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, Robert Tonyan, an elite offensive line. No, it's not good. I'm just kidding. Aaron Jones, great running back. Even A.J. Dillon isn't bad. And their defense should be awesome against the Lions offense. The Lions offense has nobody. DeAndre Swift, TJ Hawkinson, Jared Goff. That's it. Nobody else, bro. Really. I mean, the Packers should blow out the Lions. Make the Lions think why they even formed as a football team in the first place. So, this is just like a no-brainer. If the Packers play the Chiefs, or if the Packers play the Ravens, then I'd have them at number 3 and the Chiefs at number 2 against the Detroit Lions. But since the Packers are playing the Lions for that reason and that reason only, I have them at number 2 instead of the Chiefs. And again, at number 1, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against a atrocious Atlanta defense besides Grady Jarrett, and a subpar offense for the Falcons versus an elite Tampa Bay defense. Reigning Super Bowl champions. We don't need to talk about how great they are. Yeah, those are my Week 2 power rankings. That is my Week 2 power rankings video. Thank you guys for watching. Really helps us out. If you would leave a like, subscriptions really help us out as well. It really keeps us motivated to make more videos like these. Keep grinding for you guys so you can, have something fun to watch or whatever, Yeah, thanks for all the support. We recently just reached 40 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for 40. Yeah, have a great day, guys. I'm going to be logging off. Have a great day. As always, peace out. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಚತ್ತ no. You had to have. ಆಯ್ತು